So the internet is pretty much hating on Ben Affleck right now because of the whole Batman thing. I gotta tell you, this is not the movie that he needs to be out right now. Runner Runner stars Justin Timberlake, Ben Affleck, Gemma Arterton, and Anthony Mackie. This movie is basically about a guy, Ben Affleck, who started his own website. It was an online gambling website. It became very successful. Justin Timberlake then gambles on this website, and he believes that he has been cheated, and he can prove it. So he decides to go and find Ben Affleck and say, look, I can prove this with numbers. You cheated me. I can send you to jail, or you can give me a job. And when Ben Affleck gives him a job in this company, it doesn't turn out to be everything he thinks it's going to be, even though there's a lot of dollar signs attached to it. And this movie's written by some pretty good writers who know a lot about poker and gambling. They wrote movies like Rounders and Ocean's 13. It's directed by the guy whose last film was The Lincoln Lawyer, which I thought was really good. So it's really strange for me to say how bland and mediocre this movie turned out. There really isn't anything behind this movie that actually made me invested in it. In fact, within minutes of driving home from the theater, I wasn't even thinking about it anymore. I don't dislike Justin Timberlake at all. I think he's fine. I just don't really buy him that much in this movie as an actor. He kind of fits in the movie, but like, I don't know if it's the character or his dialogue. I just didn't really feel him as a character. I mean, he was fine in the movie. There wasn't a really... I just kept seeing Justin Timberlake. That's my best way to describe it. And I really do like Ben Affleck, and I am sort of on his team for the whole Batman thing. I think he'll do a good job. But in this movie, it's not that he's doing a bad job. It's not that anyone in the film is actually doing a bad performance or being sucky as their character. It's just that they're so uninteresting characters. The script doesn't have anything behind it that makes you care about these people. It's just all these little plot points that happen and they create semi-interesting scenes. But when you add them up as a whole and watch them strung together, it doesn't create an even remotely interesting movie. I wouldn't say that anyone in this film is bad. I wouldn't say that, wow, Ben Affleck is so bad in this movie. This movie sucks because Ben Affleck, or this movie sucks because Justin Timberlake. It just feels like the writers of the script were uninterested in writing it, so the movie itself gets really boring. And it's funny because I read an interview with these two writers who were like, yeah, we finally decided to make another gambling poker movie. Like, they said it as if they were working, you know what I mean? Like, we're gonna work on this script because they would like us to. Like, you could tell they were just tired of writing gambling movies. I found myself semi-invested in some aspects of the story, but some of it gets so jumbled and convoluted and really inconsistent. Like, there'll be a big chase scene where they're just running around, and of course the director feels the need to shake the camera because that's what all directors do nowadays. I don't know why. He did a good job with The Lincoln Lawyer. Here, it just kind of felt like he was not paying attention. And there'll be like a really poignant scene between two characters, and then there'll be a gambling scene, and it doesn't feel as if there's a natural progression of emotion. It just feels like actors who are trying to do their best to do well in the specific scene that they are in at that moment, but this doesn't feel meshed like it's an entire film. It just feels like a very uninteresting, bland, mediocre movie, and that's what Runner Runner was to me. I'm gonna give Runner Runner a C-. I think that it's just blech. So guys, I recently called in to the Schmoes Know podcast, and if you guys don't know what that is, it's my buddies the Schmoes who are also on YouTube. They do a podcast once a week where they talk to various film stars and people who are involved in the entertainment field, and they talk about everything, and it's really entertaining, and I suggest you guys check it out. I got a chance to call in and talk a lot about Breaking Bad and my thoughts on the whole show. I left a link for that in the description below. You can go and listen to it or watch a video. I hope you guys do check that out and check out their show in the future because it's pretty entertaining. Guys, thanks as always very much for watching, and of course, if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmanized.